about as slowly as the Cashier River. Lewis Hoggart is the Chamber of Commerce Director and tells WNCT News.
I got back in the house very, very quickly. Now, I was back in just a matter of days. About 4 inches got into the house. You know, you've got to dry out the house and heaters on it, underneath it and above it. The ductwork has to be replaced.
The death toll continues to climb in Puerto Rico 2 weeks after Hurricane Maria devastated the island. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump visited the U.S. territory yesterday. More from CBS News correspondent David Bigno in San Juan.
Not long after President Trump left the island, the governor of Puerto Rico announced that the death toll has risen from 16 to 34. The majority of deaths, we're told, were due to flooding, mudslides, and flying debris. We're also told people died from heart attacks, suicide, and a lack of oxygen.
A Wilmington man is suing Chemours over Gen X. Brent Nix is suing the company right now. You're listening to NCN News.
The Big Tailgate Tour, driven by Continental Tire, is on the move again.
This week, we're in Chapel Hill as the Tar Heels host the Fighting Irish. Come by and see us to talk football and take a turn at the Continental Tire football toss for a chance to win free tires.
Pick up free koozies, t-shirts, and more from Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue, Sport Clips, and Continental Tire. The Continental Tire Dealer of the Week, Lloyd's Tire.
Continental Tire reminds you to drive with care when you head out this week. And remember, it's just not a tailgate without Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Wells Fargo has just posted hundreds of jobs with immediate openings across the state. No matter where you live in North Carolina, Wells Fargo has opportunities in your area. From the coast to the mountains, big cities, and small towns, Wells Fargo and ncjobsnow.com can help you start a career in banking where you want to live. And whether you're looking to stay local or move within North Carolina, Wells Fargo has careers available to you. Visit ncjobsnow.com today and search and apply for your next opportunity.
Join us for the live Sunday morning church broadcast here on Big O Country. On WHS 1390 AM, it's a live church broadcast of the Calvary Baptist Church in Shelby. On WCSL, it's a live church broadcast of the First Baptist Church of Cherryville. And on WLON, it's a live church broadcast of the Covenant Baptist Church in Lincoln. Join us for our Sunday morning worship services right here on Big O Country.
Kids Bowl free at George Pappas Liberty Lanes in Gastonia. Go to the website kidsbowlfree.com/GP Liberty and register. Those children registered receive certificates to bowl 2 free games each day through the whole summer. Kids Bowl free all summer long at George Pappas Liberty Lanes, located on 2501 South York Road in Gastonia. For more information, call 704-868-2695.
We could see some low cloudiness or fog in a few spots early on today. Otherwise, we'll have plenty of sunshine as high pressure remains in control. We'll run a little warmer than yesterday with a light east to northeast breeze and highs around 76 to 81. Tonight should be mostly clear, calm, and cool. Maybe some patches of low cloudiness late. We'll have lows in the upper 40s to mid-50s. Looks mostly sunny to sunny again on Thursday and warming a little more, highs 78 to 83. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Currently at the Big O Country Studios, it's
Sunday lunch can only mean one thing, a trip to Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail, of course, for their famous fried chicken. Try their Sunday lunch special for only $7.29. Select from fried chicken, chicken rice and gravy, or barbecue, with the freshest vegetables including green beans, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, baked beans, and more, all topped off with one of their famous desserts. Come out this Sunday for some good old home cooking. Mitchum's Kitchen, Highway 27 West at the 274 intersection in Vail.
Bill Shuford Heating and Air Conditioning in Shelby and American Standard Heating and Cooling presents the Set the Standard sales event now through November 30th. During the special program, you can get up to a $1,000 instant rebate or get 0% APR financing for 36 months. Come in for all the details during the American Standard Set the Standard sales event at Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby, your American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning dealer.
Hello, friends, and welcome to this Wednesday, October 4th, 2017. Community Profile, Milton Baker along with you. And in the studio, we have with us Darin Aldridge. Darin, good to see you again, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Always good to have you with us, and everybody enjoys your music, you and your wife, Brooke. I tell you, the folks around here really enjoy the music, but we're not the only ones, apparently. You guys both picked up some awards recently. Tell me what that was all about.
We just had the International Bluegrass Music Association convention, trade show, the award show, and the Wide Open Bluegrass Festival in Raleigh last week.
Mm-hmm.
And big doings around North Carolina.
You bet.
For the Worldwide Bluegrass Convention. And absolutely, we was nominated for several things. And I took home the Mentor Award for different things I do with producing, teaching, working with younger folks, younger bands, and just being a good mentor because I've had so many good mentors myself.
Yeah.
Down through the years. And Miss Carly actually won. It's our young fiddle player that plays with us. She's 21, turned 21 last week, and she got the Momentum Award for the instrumentalist. And they picked 3 of them for the younger generation. And
that's wonderful.
A guy from Colorado also won, and a young man from Nashville won as well, and so did Miss Carly on fiddle.
And now, where does she hail from?
Carly lives up in Union Mills, which is right outside of Marion, North Carolina.
Okay.
She's been with the group about 3 years. And then my lovely bride, Miss Brooke, won the Female Vocalist of the Year.
Well deserved. I tell you what, love to hear her. Love to hear her singing. She's a lovely person.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
I know you had to be just.
We was
on
all
top
proud
of
her. It was the first year she'd been nominated,
Mm-hmm.
and she brung it home this year.
Good deal. Good deal. We've played your music here on the radio station a long time. You've been at this business a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I sure have.
Tell. I think we talked about it, but it's been a while, and I think it's a good story about how you and Brooke wound up as a team in marriage and as a team in
well, it's
a
business. Long story, but a good story. You know, of course, I was in the business for a long time there before we met, playing with the Country Gentlemen and local bands I was in around here and everything. But after Charlie passed in 2004, that's the guy I sang with the Country Gentlemen, several of the guys put a band together called the Circuit Riders, and I was doing some on and off work with some different folks. And even during that period, Brooke's from the mountains where my mom and dad are from, same area. And she was coming up in high school, singing a lot of competitions, of course, kind of like I did around here in high school. They got me to do a lot of different things, singing and playing in school, and the same thing for her. So a lot of my aunts and uncles and people that knew her, they tried to get us to, meet each other for a while and kind of go out or get hooked up there some way. And so it took about 2 years before we actually met. But I went up to a church service one time where she was singing with a couple friends of mine. They had a band, and just happened to be there the day that they was going to play, and I was going to kind of fill in for, but I was kind of investigating too,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And but we met and hit it off very well. And the first time I heard her sing, it was like none other. I mean, she's just got one of those voices that fills a room up when she starts to sing. So I was highly impressed with her voice, with her beauty and with her personality, just like everybody else is.
Yeah. And now, without further ado, let's talk about this, your latest CD and the first song we're going to play.
Yeah. This is our 6th album we've put together since Brooke and I met way back when. Our first one we put together was an all gospel, and it came out in 2008, I think it was. And so we're coming up on 10 years of marriage now.
There you go. What about that?
Sure enough. But this song was featured for Song of the Year also at the awards this time. And it's just found out it's been #1 for us. And it's a great tune called Someday Soon. A lot of people have covered it down through the years. I think Judy Collins had the first hit on it in the 60s. Ian Tyson wrote the tune. And Ian and Sylvia done it back in the folk days. And like you mentioned, Susie Boggess had a great hit on it in the early 90s, I think it was. Mo Bandy had recorded the tune.
Really?
There's never been a bluegrass type of version of it. And we was down in Florida last year with John Cowan, who we toured with, and we was in the Sarasota area, which is where a lot of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band lives. And we was just sound checking that day before anybody was in there, and those guys was over there hanging out with us, and Brooke just started singing this tune off a whim just to kind of check her vocal mic. And those guys asked and said, you really got to do that song tonight if you know all of it. And John said the same thing, and we got great response that night. So we've been doing it in the show ever since, and decided to record it, and it's been a lot of DJ's favorites, and went #1, and then also got nominated for Song of the Year.
Absolutely. All right. So here we go with Someday Soon from the CD Faster and Farther.
There's a young man that I know whose age is 21. Comes from down in southern Colorado. Just out of the service, he's looking for his fun. Someday soon, going with him someday soon. My parents cannot stand him, 'cause he rides the rodeo. My father says that he will leave me crying. I would follow him right down the roughest road I know. Someday soon, going with him someday soon. When he comes to call, my pa ain't got a good word to say. Guess it's 'cause he's just as wild in his younger days. So blow your blue northern, blow my love to me. He's riding in tonight from California. He loves his danged old rodeo just as much as he loves me. Someday soon, going with him someday soon. When he comes to call, my pa ain't got a word to say. Guess it's 'cause he was just as wild in his younger days. So blow your blue northern, blow my love to me. He's riding in tonight from California. He loves his danged old rodeo just as much as he loves me. Someday soon, going with him someday soon. Someday soon, going with him someday soon.
All right, already getting fan response here, Darin, from Gastonia. Steve Evans called in and said how much he enjoyed hearing y'all on Someday Soon. Great, it was great. Great.
Well, thank you, Steve, for calling in, and just asked about where to get music. You can get that on iTunes, of course, Amazon, all the digital downloads for music, Apple Music. There's so many out there now. you can get about anywhere. But you mentioned you was going to put some over at your store sometime.
I'd like to do that. We'll get with you.
That'll be fine. And you come see us live at a show. Check our website out, DarinandBrookeAldridge.com. The closest place we'll be into town here is coming up in November, and we'll be performing at the Joy Theater. And I think it's the Saturday before Thanksgiving. The night show is already sold out, but we're doing a matinee show there at about 3:30 that day with John Cowan. All that's on our website. And coming up for all you leaf lookers, we'll be in Spruce Pine the third Saturday of the month up there. So y'all can check that out on our website as well and see that. We'll be up there with David Holt. It's right off the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's up there at Buck Stove. They're having an event up there, and we're actually hosting the show for the day. The boys from Cherryville here, Unspoken Tradition, that I was a mentor for a long time, I guess you could say. I taught Aldi and Zane both, and Lee a little bit, and just kind of helped them in their band when they was starting out and doing things. And it's glad to see their, progress as they've been very successful too over the years. It's been good to watch.
That's
Remember
right.
the first time I heard them down at Jack Bingham's place down there at the bomb shelter where we go play a lot on Wednesdays. And I was just so tickled for them when I heard them play the first time as a band. And it's been great to watch them come along. But they'll be up there with us at Buck Stove, and just come out and be with us, hear good live music.
That's right, absolutely. We're talking about that during the playing of that song a while ago. Someday Soon, that was recorded in Asheville.
Yeah, our record company's up there and right outside of Asheville in Arden called Crossroads Music, and we're on the Mountain Home label, and they've got a very nice studio up there, and that's where we've recorded the last 4 projects we've probably done.
Okay. Set this next song up for us, Darin.
All right, you had asked about some things, and a lot of folks talk about different guests that we appear with sometimes, and I know folks know that we know and play with John Cowan, with Jimmy Fortune that we brought to town, and we performed a few times with Vince Gill. And Vince got us to come out on the Ryman stage with him last year at the Bluegrass Nights at the Ryman, and just got to know him pretty well. He recorded 2 of the songs with us on the record, and this next one is called Highway of Heartache, and just a wonderful trio singing with Vince and Brooke on this one. Hope y'all enjoy.
My heart was breaking in the silence of the dawn. God only knows the toll it's taking. What will I do? My baby's gone. A lonesome road stretches before me, paved with tears and broken souls. It's a highway of heartache. Woe is me that I must go. churches before me, paved with tears and broken souls. It's a highway of heartache. Woe is me that I must go. Woe is me that I must go.
All right, there again is Darin and Brooke Aldridge with a special guest on that one, Vince Gill. And again, that's called Highway of Heartache from the CD Faster and Farther. Good tune there, Vince. Another Vince.
Yeah,
I called you Vince. I called you.
I've been called Vince
well,
before.
you sound a little like a lot
cool
like
to hear
Vince.
us
Yeah,
recorded and sing together. I mean, the very first time that we got to do that was a blessing. And so every time we're in Nashville and he's around, we usually try to get together and either have lunch, or the last time we was there was when we debuted at the Opry, the 4th of July, and he had to go out to go on tour with the Eagles that week, and so he left actually on the 4th. But he asked us to come out to a club where they play with the Time Jumpers every Monday, which is a big swing band. And he got us up to play with him there at 3rd and Lindsley and sang, and he's just been very, very good to us. Good guy.
we actually got some calls there. I didn't know that folks were going to call in, but we appreciate folks calling in. Wanted
Absolutely.
to pass a message along to Darin and Brooke. I didn't get the message till I think somebody was on hold, but they had to go, I guess. But we appreciate the response that we're getting. This may be a call. Darin, let me turn that. If you want to just put those headsets up to your ear there, maybe this is a call for the show. Hey there, did you want to speak to Darin?
Yeah, I'd like to call and tell him that he sounded good. They do a good job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, this is Billy.
Yes, sir.
Billy Henderson from
Yeah.
Cherryville. Billy, you
they
enjoying the
sound
music?
good.
I know you're a big music fan, and you like to collect all kinds of music, don't you, Billy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well,
I got about 650 8-track tapes.
8-track tapes. Darin, you got any 8-track tapes out there?
I do down there at Mama's house. I know.
but your music's not on 8-track, is it?
No.
It's not available on 8-track. But yeah, Billy, you have to start collecting some Darin and Brooke CDs, and we're going to try to start stocking them down there at Memory Lane.
Okay, yeah, I was fixing to ask you, where could I get one at?
Well, we're going to work on that. We're gonna,
Okay.
with Darin and
When
Brooke.
you get some, just let me know.
All right.
He'll be announcing it. Thank you for
Okay.
calling in.
Thank you.
All right, Bill.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's see if this. Hey there, did you want to speak to Darin Aldridge?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My daughter and son, Bill and Brandon Lay, I just want to give Darin a little bit of a plug. They take musical lessons from him. My son takes banjo, my daughter takes mandolin, and they are just doing phenomenal. They sing and play in church, and I thank Darin for everything he does for them and the time he spends with them. He's really good with them, and they've really done well.
Absolutely, and what you say, that's evidence of why he won the award, Mentor of the Year.
I thank you for calling in, man. I love working with them. They both sing and play marvelously, and it's always good to see them each week.
Darin, I got a question real quick. Now I'll let you go. I caught a song on, I guess it was Spotify, that I believe Brooke sang. I believe it was "Closer I Get," the better I see, a gospel song. Are you familiar with that?
Name some more words on it. I can't sure.
Well, I can't think of them either. I heard it one time, and I've been searching for it. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. I'll see you next week.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Bill.
And that was Bill. Okay, Bill, appreciate it. Let's see. Nope, had another call, but they hung up. Maybe they did or didn't want to get on the air. I don't know. All right. Well, Darin, so good to see you, Nate. You guys are off.
Yeah, we're
later
taking off today. We're playing in the Outer Banks down there at Manio tomorrow for a big festival they have. And then we're up at South Boston, Virginia for the Virginia State Fair. And we're playing with Jimmy Fortune again in the Outer Banks. Well, we played Thursday. He asked us to join him down there along with a great cast of folks. I know Ron Vincent's going to be down there, and the Isaacs, and just a ton of good folks, Gibson Brothers. So check that out. And then we'll be back home first of the week.
Darin, you weren't planning to field questions, I'm sure, or take
Well, that's
callers,
all right.
but
That's
I
all
think we've got another caller wanting to say something to you. Hi there, you're on the air.
Well, this is Howard Harrell.
Hey, Howard.
We just appreciate Darin and what all he does, and being from Cherryville. He teaches my granddaughter, and Abigail Lynn, yeah. We saw his dad this past weekend at the Carolina Freight reunion, and it was good to see Gary.
Yeah, he enjoyed
we're
being up
proud
there.
of Darin, and we listened to him. We were at Carolina Beach when they were at the Grand Ole Opry, and me and my daughter Angela stayed up and listened to him. And Brooke does a great job on that someday soon.
Well, thank you. Abigail's always a good pleasure to see come in. She's got big personality and always puts a smile on my face.
Yeah. Well, she thinks a lot of you.
Well,
Sure
thank
does.
you. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Appreciate it. And that's some got some fans out there, Darin and Brooke Aldridge. You want to do one more on the CD before we go?
man.
Pick one out for me here, and I'll cue it up over here.
We'll do a little tune here. You asked about this one's number 4. It's called This River.
Okay.
And my friend John had written the song. I fell in love with it. He asked if I'd sing it. So hope y'all enjoy this one called This River.
Number 4. That's exactly the one I had queued up.
You had
because
that queued up already.
It was
huh?
after number 3. Here we go.
In all her splendor, gently flowing, let her take you where she's going, through a jagged canyon and out to sea. I may never understand her, but this river has power over me. With fire and passion, so engaging, it can calm you, although it's raging, flooding all the timbers, scouring the land. Nothing else could ever change you like this river. This river can. As it rushes to the ocean, winding its way, constantly in motion, forever and a day, through my heart and soul. This river flows. Every season, she's been my lifeline and my salvation from my whole lifetime. Oh, the healing waters, how they save my soul. When I die, take my ashes to her shore and let the river flow. As it rushes to the ocean, constantly in motion, forever and a day, through my heart and soul. This river flows.
This River from Faster and Farther. Darin and Brooke Aldridge. Darin there on the vocals of that tune. Good song there, Darin.
Well, thank you.
Enjoyed it very much. Enjoyed being with you today, and thanks to the folks who called in.
Appreciate everybody calling in, and we love Cherryville and love being from here and all the support that we get.
Can you come back around Christmas?
Well, you know we will.
Sing some in the studio for us?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we always enjoy that. Sandy Alexander, when she was helping. You know,
she's listening. Hello, Sandy.
Yeah, she really enjoyed y'all. All righty then. Well, we thank you folks for listening in to the community profile today, and keep doing the great job you've been doing there.
And y'all too. Thank you for playing us and having everybody.
And safe travels here coming up later today. All right, that's our community profile for today. Thank you so much for listening in. And tomorrow we will have Jackie Sibley Newton. Jackie, if you're listening, you got a hard act to follow. Jackie will be here from Cleveland County Tourism. We got to do some Mayberry trivia one of these days when Jackie shows up. We're going to work on that maybe. All right. See you tomorrow, folks.